Hi everybody, welcome back to IronHawk Research. This is Investing 101. So today we are going to talk about volatility. Volatility is a very important concept in investing. It is an important measurement of riskiness. So for anyone who is interested in investing in stocks or anything, you have to understand volatility. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So volatility is a statistical measurement of the dispersion of returns for a given security. In most cases, the higher the volatility, the riskier the security. Volatility is often measured from either the standard deviation or the variance between returns from the same security. Volatility is calculated based on the returns of an investment, not the price action. Most people make this mistake when they're calculating volatility. They use price data instead of return data, which can cause the inaccuracy of their results. So this is the formula for standard deviation. It calculates the distance between the actual data point and the average. This is why you see xi minus mu. Xi is actually our actual data point, and mu is the population mean. And the standard deviation cares about how far the actual data point is away from the mean or from the average. Just like this graph, if the actual data point is far away from the mean, then you would most likely have a larger standard deviation. If the data points are closer to the mean, then your data set would have a lower standard deviation. So how do we actually apply this concept into our investing process? So here, we're going to demonstrate by using an Excel. In this Excel sheet, we have the daily price data for Apple stock for the past year. Okay, so how do we calculate the annual volatility of Apple stock for the past year? First of all, we need to remember that we need to calculate the daily return of the Apple stock. So return is equal to B3 divided by B2 and minus 1. So that is your return. So now, all you need to do is to drag it down, right? And then make the first one 0. Now we have all the daily return data for the Apple stock for the past year. Then we apply these data points to our formula for standard deviation. So in Excel, Excel has its own standard deviation formula, which is STDEV. Now in this case, we're going to use the standard deviation of the population, which is STDEV.P. You can also use .S, doesn't matter. And then now you need to input all the return data, which is here. And close the bracket. Now you have the standard deviation of the Apple stock for the past year. But remember, this is daily return. So the standard deviation represents the daily standard deviation. Now we're going to calculate annual standard deviation. How do we do that? Now remember, there are 252 trading days in a year. So we need to calculate the square root of 252 and then times the result by the daily standard deviation to annualize this number. So the annualized standard deviation of Apple stock is equal to this times the square root of 252 to annualize it here. So for the past year, the Apple stock has an annual standard deviation of 30%. So this is how you can calculate volatility of a stock. And let us know what you want to learn next in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.